Hi everyone. Welcome to today's meeting. It's good to see you all, feel you all. Today I'd like to touch on the nature of desire. We've all read the ancient scriptures, how they are warning us about the incessant cycles of desire, aversion and desire. Something you want, desire. Something you don't want, your aversion. And those fluctuations of wants, likes and dislikes usually take up our life. And then we most of the time in the past incarnations fail to realize who we truly are. That natural being that can desire, can create, can do anything, really anything, but it's not attached, addicted to the phenomenal outside of itself. Actually, nothing is outside of itself. And just consider pleasure. A pleasure when a desire is met. Be it a simple desire. Let's say you're very, very thirsty. You're running around in a soccer game and you're very thirsty. And you finally get to drink water. And you really had this burning desire because you're thirsty. That's a natural impulse. And then you satisfy that desire by the immediacy of drinking. And what does that entail? The desire is satisfied. We all know that feeling. The moment the desire is satisfied, you merge. We can also say that a fragment of you merges with that thing that is desired, and there's this moment of peace, cessation of impulses, cessation of wants. So desire, when desire is met, then what happens is that you become one momentarily with this beautiful void and openness of being. And I'm pointing to the fact that it's immediately here. But most of the time, according to the ego, it needs to be chased. We need to chase desires because we depend on the outside. We only depend on the outside. So when a desire is satisfied, it is satisfied because there is a cessation of desire. Get the catch. Really, get this play. Because it's usually not we are lying to ourselves if we think that it's constantly that movement to achieve
Okay.
this desire or this want. Once we do achieve it, then we're going to be happy. And yes, momentarily we are happy. But it's not really about the object that which we chased, whether it be an orgasm, some sweet food, a job, anything. Really, it could be anything. It's not about that object of desire. It's mostly about that release, that moment of there's a cessation, a stopping, a stopping. And so, yes, we kind of know the third dimension, and especially we know the archonic matrix. And it's very much outward oriented. It's drawing you out. Every moment is drawing you out there. And you believe it, that you need to achieve these things or you need to avoid these things in order to kind of feel safe as a psychodynamic entity. But all it is through these moments of achieving, of completing a desire, is just this fall back into your natural being. And it's not only happening through a completion, a satisfaction of desire. It happens in other times, but these times you're more aware. And so yes, we live in the third dimension, and all the dimensions resemble, they have qualities that are overlapping. So yes, we're divine beings here, we create. All of this is here in the third dimension, but the only catch is that it's introduced within time. So you are satisfying your desire within time. And what's the catch about linear time is that it's temporary. It doesn't last. And here in this group, what we are learning is to abide together in the timeless. I have not argued that your attachments or wants, dislikes, likes are negative and you don't need to have them. That's not what I'm saying. But slowly, slowly, as you're abiding in this state of oneness, and you will notice that when we practice it, there is no desire present. There is just this state of wholeness present in that state, which is here and now. It's not like in the future. It's right here. We can feel it. And when we practice it together, it's more immediate. It's more accessible. And so the only trick is to move a step back to that feeling. I've mentioned this very specific moment of orgasm, when you're expecting the orgasm and it's culminating step by step, it's culminating, and then when it actually reaches its peak, the apotheosis, that's when this disappearance happens. And you can't, like the character, the psychodynamic being cannot really pinpoint that moment, because in that moment the you who you think you are disappears. That's why we chase orgasm. That is your direct disappearance into your God being. And here, through a lot of energy training and energy clearing, we are prolonging that moment of orgasm. Yes. And then making the joy, the ecstasy longer and longer. so that all you do is you just fall back, you abandon yourself to that fire of being. Let's do that. Okay. I'm just going to tune our third eye. This is a different tuning fork. It's for the third eye. You can all sit back. And when you hear the sound, just project the sound from the back side of the head through the middle of your head forward, through the third eye out. So we can just situate ourselves in these comfortable places. We can either lie down or sit, but it's better to sit. Let's start. It's a subtle sound. We are now moving from out in, drawing all of your energies from outside inward, and then we tune onto a different channel, a channel of your multidimensional being first, and you see that the 3D is not the only way to exist. And then finally you transgress all dimensions. They're all here, but none are here at the same time. The frequencies are so strong, hitting the earth. There's a lot of fire, of light, this photonic crystalline light. By opening up to this on a physical, mental, emotional, energetic level, you allow these crystals to activate all that needs to activate in your body in order to return to your knowing of your divinity. Let's just drop in there. And we are also bringing our environments into this beautiful, ecstatic being. We're all just gods in drag. As Ramdas would say, gods in drag. Returning to this luminescent space in your chest, the heart space. Unwinding. Transmuting. Calling in very gently, calling all of the mental field back into your heart space. Into this magnificent, white, crystalline, golden lotus flower in your chest. allowing you to drop into your direct knowing of your multidimensionality. And the trick is to know, to truly know in your being that there is nowhere to go and nothing to be. Allow yourself to be in touch with your breath. And just give yourself the command that you stay awake. We can have a sankalp, which is an intention for this today's meeting. And as we sat around the fire here from all over the world, fire of consciousness that's burning, aiming to know the truth of ourselves, moment to moment. The sankalp is timelessness. That is the Shiva principle. Timelessness. There's a wheel called Mahakala, the grand wheel of time. Whereby the multiverse is created every nanosecond, collapses back into itself every nanosecond. It is that just display of exuberance of your mother, father, God self. A pulsation from nothing to something, from something to nothing. At this time, humanity's consciousness is raising. We have no choice over that. It's raising. And in this game of ascension, what we can turn back to is the essence, away from the noise of the world, away from the noise of your superego, your desires, aversions, likes, dislikes. This is that moment where you recognize that moment of a rest. It's also an ecstatic moment of pure potentiality. The circle is created as we bring down this star portal, using our bodies as star portals, allowing our physical vessels to be conduits of creation. And we call in the essence of our higher self. We ask to merge with the essence of our higher self. All of this is already here. You're not lost in expectation. We merge with our I am present. And we ask to embody the light of our soul. Deeper and deeper we can allow this merge to happen. The soul coming into this physical body. The soul is much bigger, larger. And as you're winding down, as you're moving deeper into your peace, you call in the essence of your soul. We connect to Mother, Father, God. This is a direct connection. I ask dear Mother, Father, God to oversee and overlight this meditation and transmission. And I ask dear Mother, Father, God to clear all channels, to open all channels of light and clear all light fibers. I'm asking now throughout this session to clear all the overlays, all the energetic overlays, the false matrices, interfering with our direct knowing of ourselves. Know that within reality, that is a problematic word, but the real reality, to which you have access to moment to moment. You have 7 minutes, 7 seconds, a 7-second time after an artificial intelligence imposition, meaning a vibrational manipulation of your organic reality happens. So you have 7 seconds to recognize that you're being zoomed into a lower frequency consciousness axis. And as we practice how to stay in the light of your consciousness, you also practice how not to give way to any type of artificial intelligence manipulation, because that is only 4D, lower 4D frequency bandwidth. But it's very fast. You need to be in your purity 0 point in order to not be swayed. So you usually have 7 seconds after the manipulation to notice and still stay in the natural bandwidth of yourself. And if you are whirling in some parallel timeline right now, you can make a command to be pulled back into your natural being, natural self. Every process is actually pulling you out of the false timeline matrix. The longer you stay in your organic oneness with Mother, Father, God, you essentially are raising the consciousness of humanity. You're creating that one strong new earth timeline. I ask dear Mother, Father, God to only allow the highest wisdom, love, light, truth to be transmitted through this meditation. So it is. Notice, because you are a multidimensional being, notice already that you have thoughts, you have feelings, you have sensations. You can feel into another person. You can feel into this group. So you have this multi-layered awareness. That is one beautiful aspect of your being. And usually if you feel you're dulled or dumbed down or not as open, it could be from trauma. It could also be the ego's protection, self-protection, because the ego is way too overloaded. But right now we're practicing how to be at ease, but also how to be courageous to stand in the fire of your consciousness. Because what does the fire do? The fire burns up everything within itself. So if you now, within this space, have thoughts occurring over and over again, some fear about the future, or you have some hurt, you've been triggered, things are not going your way, allow yourself to notice what comes into the field. Allow it. Even your discomfort, like I cannot sit still. All of this is happening within your aware. Live plasmic consciousness. Have a direct knowing that you are an intelligent plasma being. Plasma is this crystalline, light, sound, energy field. We're all intelligent plasma, light being. Allow yourself to get in tune with what energies are playing within and without you, meaning in your extended body field, body matrix, and the so-called world that you call outside of you. You gain access to this immediate loving knowing through your awareness. And this is how you start changing your attachment to your body, to your thoughts, to this character. All of this is here. The heart space. Asking, calling you to dare to step into this fire. This fire is the fire of annihilation. To return to the highest vibrancy of your God being. This is a quantum fire. It allows each cell to implode on itself. Each DNA to rewrite itself. Activating the remembrance of your remembrance. And there's only the breath. We start penetrating the ever expanding moment. Moving vertically, deeper and deeper into the quantum moment. As you inhale, practice, you feel all of your body. Inhale. Keep your breath. Feel this body, mind, soul construct. And as you slowly exhale, the contours of the physical body are disappearing. Inhale. And you feel the exuberance of your heart. Just feel it as if you were sipping from the nectar of light. As you exhale, the heart space is expanding. Expanding the contours of your body. All of a sudden you have this expansiveness of each molecule within the body. And the molecules at the same time are calling for you to collapse all of your senses back into the standstill of your 0 point being. With every out breath, You're becoming transparent. More and more transparent. Expansive. And the heart space starts healing all of the layers of the phenomenal body. The food body, which is your physical body. The energy body. The mind body, which includes your emotions, thoughts. Your wisdom body. And your bliss body. This is still all within time, phenomenal emanation. And the heart now starts pulsating these rays of emerald green light. Our chest starts expanding. The middle of the chest is golden white crystalline light. And then it's moving into this emerald effulgence. And it's now spreading 360 degrees, opening up the heart space throughout all of these dimensions. And then the emerald green is mixing with pink, the pink ray. The light of the Father. As these rays are emanating from the 0 point of your chest, they're emanating into the spaces where you're located, and they're radiated out into infinity. We're also calling in the Mother Ray, aqua blue and aquamarine. Reaching into all of the incarnations in now time, which is no time. Clearing all of the timelines, turning into this beautiful, multi-dimensional, luminescent star from your heart space, traversing all the dimensions. Clearing all the cellular memory, of separation. Allow your heart to merge throughout all the dimensions. We merge with the crystalline golden heart with Mother Gaia. We merge with the universal heart. We merge with the multiversal heart. We merge with the central sun, the great central sun. We merge with source. We call in the true heart flame of each being of the light from the multiverse, all humans, and all galactic races that serve the light, the law of one. We call in the heart flames to unite. Meeting our soul tribes, merging. With our oversouls, merging with your individual dragon, dear ones, Know that your desires are urging you to return to the completeness, and completion of your being. Every single desire is pointing to that one desire, the cessation of all desires. Allow yourselves to expand, to be penetrated by the fire of your being. It is that act of surrender and surrender is opening up that space for yourself to seep into all the crevices of your being that have not yet been penetrated by light. Every desire only desires the cessation of desire. There's nothing to want, nowhere to be. Nothing to achieve. Awaken to the immediacy of yourself. Tune in. Hold my hand. come along. It's your own hand, your own leading. And each breath leads you back to yourself. Each breath allows you to start anew, clearing all of the energetic debris of the experiential emanation. Know that all of your experiences are only a play of energy. Allow your heart space to clear, penetrate through all of the energy fields. Your personal energy field, the energy field of the house you're located in, country, the continent, the planet. The heart is becoming this conduit of transcendence. It's emancipating each tremor, beat, sonic. Sonic means sound, and light, emanation. Back to source. Notice the magnificence of yourself. Notice, notice. Transcending space-time energy. Allowing to rehabilitate the ego with this experiential embodiment of your vastness. Collapsing all time into this highest 0 point oneness with Mother, Father, God. Calling all of yourselves throughout the 12 dimensions to merge. That is called merging with the fire of your consciousness. Burning up all fear, all inadequacy, feelings of not adequate, not being good enough. I ask now on a soul level, the beings to decide consciously to step out of the field of action, reaction, other words karma, other words duality, other words playing, subject, object, phenomenal, being games. Merging with the being. I ask for instantaneous healing of the physical, mental, emotional body. I'm asking now for the purification of the astral realms, collapsing the distance between your God being self and this human self. I ask for the permission to burn all the samskaras. These are energetic imprintings in your energy field throughout lifetimes. If you feel ready to drop all of your limiting modes of being, feeling, loving, thinking, knowing, all of these limitations, you can allow these to now be burnt up by the fire of your consciousness. What's coming up if you have any addiction to anything? And if you think that you've played that game enough, and you're ready to dissolve that attachment, call it in into this fire. Call it in. I'm now asking all of the dark portals in every being's aura to be sutured up by this crystalline, photonic, intelligent emanation of your being. You are an intelligent plasma light being. The plasma has this ability to self-heal, self-regenerate. I ask that the connection with our higher selves be reinstated, clear, full merging with the higher self, full merging with the light body, full merging with the I am that I am. And in all beings who are present in this transmission, embodied or non-embodied, I ask for their full rehabilitation into the light of their being. Thank you. Intelligent plasma light. Intelligent because it has all the codings of the will of one. Let go as the process is finishing. Allow yourself to let go. Every single cell, nucleus is being rehabilitated back into the highest vibration of your intelligent plasma light body. And finally, we're receiving crystalline white golden light through the third eye from above. going into the third eye from the crown. And as it reaches the head, it shoots out through every single pore of the body. It's like a waterfall of light. Healing all of the energetic disbalances, physical disbalances on a subatomic, from a subatomic all the way to the gross physical level. Now, I ask Mother Father God to seal this transmission in all the four directions, all the four corners. I ask for this quantum light information to be easily translated into the 3D body on a cellular physical level as well, with the smoothest healing and transition into the optimal oneness with Mother Father God. It's time now. It's time for each human being and souled, the ones with the soul, to know the truth of their being. So it is. Knowing directly, translating directly through deed, word, thought, frequency of spirit of Mother Father God. So it is. And now you're bringing all of yourself back. So this is how it looks, with a light stream that's creating a vortex now from the top of your head. And it's golden white. And it's spiraling down. And it's collecting all of you here to this XY axis in space-time, spiraling down, moving down into the head, neck, we're moving into the torso, spiraling down, spiraling through the torso, spiraling through the legs, spiraling into the earth, spiraling into the Earth Star. Just feel there. Staying plugged into the new Earth 5D paradigm and beyond. Spiraling down all the way into the heart of Mother Gaia. Beautiful. Take a deep breath. You're here. Embodied. Multidimensional. You can move your body, your neck. There was a lot of transmission happening through the back side of the neck as I felt. Wonderful. We need some time for the integration of this very high frequency regenerative process, which is going to slowly seep into the physical, the cellular matrix, but then through the cellular matrix, the embodiment of it you're going to see in your outside hologram, outside life, how you are becoming more and more invincible. You're becoming a warrior of light, which is, it's just a love warrior. It's not fighting, it graces everything through its being. That's what the world needs at the moment. And you will have that strength. Your nervous system will have that strength. Countenance, oneness with the light. You see, the light can have a myriad of description, but you know the light intimately through how you move in the world. That's how you know the light intimately, through embodiment. Train yourself to sustain this frequency. See how the mind, if the mind is coming in, it's like coming in and kicking the door down. If that's what it's doing, be that space that sees the mind becoming more active, so that you do not automatically drop in frequency. You're not dropping in frequency, you see, you're observing the mind. You're not dropping. You sustain the frequency, because this frequency has that power to traverse all the dimensions, so that you're not zooming into this very limited dimension. Slow embodiment. Wonderful. Thank you for your being here, co-creating. Returning to the only truth of your being, beyond desire, beyond duality, beyond separation, beyond aversion. And know that the mind has a myriad of questions: how to do this, how to attain this, how to be that, how to achieve, accomplish, attain, abide. And this is how that you train to stay in your true being. And it's not a conceptual answer. It's not a solution through a formula. It's here, encoded in each of your molecules. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this love in your being, and all the masters, our master selves being present here teaching us, and our human selves teaching us. And we all merge. All of these layers are merging now. It's a wonderful time. All of our layers are coming into one. So powerful. Thank you for this platform, enabling this platform, making it a pillar, a conduit that anchors this new earth consciousness into the planet. So that we as humanity return to our original might, love, wisdom, power. So much love to you all. Namaste. Call your being back into this body.